You'd think that they like finally successfully went into Gaza and brought back 50 hostages, but no, these are the same masked soldiers that got caught on video raping Palestinian prisoners. Benjamin Netanyahu came out and did what basically no president, no prime minister ever does. And he admitted what the largest successful PR attack against the state of Israel, his country, in all of its history ever was. And it happened under his tenure. Anyone want to take a stab at what that might be? Anyone want to take a guess as to what that might be? The most successful PR attack against the state of Israel in all of history, he says, was the libelous story that IDF soldiers got caught raping Palestinian prisoners. Apparently, that's now a PR attack. Apparently, this is the equivalent of like Roger Waters going out to a Pink Floyd concert and saying like, you know, we need to stop supporting the Zionist entity. Like that would be a public, a public perception attack, public relations attack. That's kind of what we're looking at here, even though it's all true if Roger Waters were to do that, and he has done that. But he's comparing it to something like that. It's like, no, an Israeli military official leaked video footage of one of the many times where Israeli soldiers were caught raping Palestinian political prisoners, hostages, okay? That's what he said. He said, this is despicable. This is the worst I've ever seen. Israel's top military lawyer arrested after she admitted leaking video of soldiers' abuse. Soldiers' abuse. You know what's crazy is that even though the United Nations came out and said that there was no proof of such abuse taking place on October 7th, the same abuse that they're talking about here, we know for a fact that The Guardian always phrase this sort of behavior as the rapes of October 7th. The Guardian, Times of Israel, CNN, New York Times, they all said it was mass rape on October 7th. They use those words, okay? Now, let's say for a second that you believe that story is accurate, okay? You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. If you think that the New York Times is correct in saying that there was mass rape on October 7th, you're entitled to that belief. But you should also be willing to point out the fact that it is hypocritical that in this article in The Guardian, they don't call it that in the title. They say it is the abuse from soldiers. They don't say soldiers got caught raping Palestinian hostages. They say that Israel's top military lawyer, Palestinian detainees were being abused. Okay, these are not detainees. These are hostages who, by and large, did nothing wrong for the most part. And, you know, they were innocent civilians who were wrapped up and they were raped. We have video proof of this, okay? And they don't even deny it in Israel. In fact, in Israel today, they were cheering the soldiers who were caught on video raping kidnapped Palestinian prisoners as they entered the high court. The IDF officer, by the way, who I just showed you, who attempted to investigate these tortures, attempted to unalive herself and is now under house arrest. Take a look at this. This is in Israel. They are cheering and singing for the soldiers that got caught on CCTV footage raping the Palestinian political prisoners. Standing ovation. You would have thought that these were like Israeli soldiers that successfully brought a hostage home or something, you know, because previous times they've gone into Gaza, they've tried to get the hostages. They have, the official story is they accidentally shot 3 of the hostages. That happened. There's been other instances where Israeli troops went in to try and free hostages, and the hostages were unalived in crossfire by the IDF. But you'd think that they like finally successfully went into Gaza and brought back 50 hostages. But no, these are the same masked soldiers that got caught on video raping Palestinian prisoners. I mean, like, what is that? I can't even comprehend this. The American mind doesn't comprehend the dozens and dozens and dozens of Israeli citizens giving a standing applause and cheering and singing for the Israeli soldiers who got caught raping Palestinian prisoners. The American mind can't comprehend it. I'll be honest with you. It's true. I can't comprehend it. I don't know anyone who can comprehend it. This just seems like I just don't have words for it. People are saying in the comment section to this video, they were falsely accused of rape. That's why they're cheering, because this is all fake. We have video of them doing it. We have video of them doing it. I'm not going to show the video here on YouTube, but you can find the video online. By the way, there's multiple angles of that video. And by the way, this is not like a one-off scenario. Here's a few testimonies of Palestinian prisoners who have said that this has happened to them. Testimony of a 40-year-old Palestinian mother arrested at an Israeli military checkpoint in northern Gaza, who was subject to being raped 4 times by Israeli soldiers before she was released. Quote, "I cannot describe what I felt. I wish for death at every single moment. After I was raped, they left me alone, handcuffed me to the bed without clothes for many long hours. I could hear the soldiers outside speaking Hebrew and laughing." Another, "I was taken along with a group of detainees in a humiliating manner to a place far from the cameras, a corridor between the sections. They completely stripped us naked, then brought the dogs. The dogs climbed on top of us and urinated on me. Then one of the Wow. Not even going to say that on YouTube. That's crazy. "The soldiers ordered me to kneel with 6 other detainees. Then they raped us using a glass bottle that they..." Wow. I can't even read this stuff. It's so sickening. So the question then becomes, who is ordering this in Israel? Who is ordering this? Who is commanding these IDF troops to do this? This is horrifying. I mean, obviously, this is coming with the support of Netanyahu, because he came out and said that this was a disgusting PR attack against the state of Israel. And, you know, this was all false. And he's giving his support to these soldiers who were caught on video doing this. And what does our president do? Does our president in the United States, does he cut off relations with Israel? Does he say we're going to sanction the soldiers who were caught doing this? No. Trump sent a letter today to President Herzog formally asking him to pardon Netanyahu, saying the case against him is a political unjustified prosecution. Now, keep in mind, this quote-unquote political unjustified prosecution that Donald Trump is lobbying for the end of actually has nothing to do with the horrific things, the indescribable things that I just read to you in part. Donald Trump says, "It is my honor to write to you at this historic time as we have together just secured peace that has been sought for at least 3,000 years. I hereby thank you and all Israelis again for your gracious and warm hospitality, and I'm addressing a key topic of my speech at the Knesset, which is the pardoning of Netanyahu." This is what our White House is doing, referring to the president of Israel, His Excellency, who orders IDF troops to rape Palestinian political prisoners. This is what's happening in the United States. Absolutely disgusting. JFK is rolling in his grave right now. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.